Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Monday afternoon. How's everyone doing today? Today, a little more selling pressure in the crypto markets and a lot of stocks as well, except not for Tesla. Tesla took off today. For those that you are Tesla stock owners, a 10% day in the stock market is always very good, especially for something as big as Tesla. So the NASDAQ was up, but that was mostly because of the how much Tesla is in there. So they probably have to rebalance that pretty soon, which won't be good for Tesla. So yeah, but overall, here's what we have right now for you. Do we have a bearish outlook for cryptos, Dogecoin, or could this be the bottom? And we're just going to go up from here. So we're going to be talking about that, some other tough things in crypto world that's going on, and a bright spot at the end. Some good news that's just breaking good news, but I'm not going to start with that. Let me drop down here in the corner. How's everybody doing? Please hit the like. Always hit the like. Appreciate the support. Get more people coming in. If you're watching this on the video replay and weren't here live, that means you didn't have your notifications on. Maybe you were still working. I don't know. But I'm live Mondays and Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. And then Fridays, late night, 10 o'clock p.m. For those that are late nighters. But I do this earlier time, not only to help out some who are on an earlier schedule, but also friends over in the EU so they can see me as well. So I know I got some fans over there. So look at the chart here. Look at the chart here. What do you see? You see the little white circle, right? You guys were guessing that I bought some crypto today. Well, that's where I bought 5.95 cents. That's right. Last night made a video, 599. Were we going to hit 599 again? And we did. We bounced off it a couple times this afternoon. And I was like, I'm just going to set a limit order down at 595. And if it breaks down below that 599 and it comes down and hits it, awesome. So that's what happened. And that was just a couple hours ago. That dip came down and back up. So that is, I don't know if that's the bottom, or based on the news I'm about to cover, are we going to see some more selling pressure and see another dip with Doge? What we've seen as we've been watching Doge, and I'll start with the Dogecoin chart, and then I'll cover some of the others. But what we've seen with the Dogecoin chart, again, is sort of this steady sideways trading, like between 6.3, 6.4. And we've seen that for over a week. Yeah, we had one push up, but then retraced back down. Now we're having a little sell-off, and we're down just below 6 cents. And this could just come right back up to this channel. That would be good. But we had this before, again, back on August 17th, right? We had this dip below, came below 6 cents, but then just all got bought right back up and came right back up. So we have that. And Christopher, yes, we're going to be covering that in just a minute. We'll get there. And then we had this back here in June as well. Same thing happened. Hit just below 6 cents a couple times and then just got bought right back up. So that is a really, you can't pick any better resistance than that. Again, it's not 6 cents, it's 5.99, just below, because it does come below, but then it just gets eaten right up. So that's pretty strong for Dogecoin. And what that means is that Dogecoin is faring better than most other cryptos. You'll see over the past 24 hours, Dogecoin is down 1.6%. Bitcoin almost 3% down. So Dogecoin, it just keeps getting bought up as soon as it dips below 6 cents. Now there still could be a massive dump that could come down a little further, but I just felt that for me and for us in our Kriss Pax DCA portfolio, it was worth a dynamic DCA today and just buy a big chunk. So that's what I did. And let me go back to the time frame here. So what I did was Here's our portfolio now. So we now have $7,129 current balance. We're actually down $790. So that's a total of almost $8,000 now invested in the portfolio, is what that is. And the worst performer was Dogecoin. I saw this earlier and I was like, I got to take care of that because I don't like to see Dogecoin being the worst performer in the portfolio. And it's not by much. I mean, part of it is because that's been the largest holding, down $134. XRP down $133. So it was only $1 more than XRP. But I was like, I can't have that Dogecoin. So we were at about $6,000 invested. So I had $2,000 in USD on Coinbase, and I spent it all. I spent it all on Doge. So now Dogecoin shot up from 20% of the portfolio to almost 42% of the portfolio because I just bought it all in Doge. I couldn't resist. Getting that price at 595, I was like, okay, we'll just put it all in Doge. So now Doge is 41.9% of the Kriss Pack's portfolio. And of course, that's that big jump up right there in total value of the portfolio. And this blue piece of the pie here is the Doge. So, and that's about almost 50,000 Dogecoin are now in the portfolio. And that chunk that I just bought is in profit because I bought it 595 and Doge is now up at 603. So we're making money just sitting here. We're making money just sitting here. So that's great. Now you guys are wondering, what is this Kriss Pack's DCA portfolio? No, you guys aren't. You guys are regulars here. You know what I'm talking about. But some of you who don't know, this is the portfolio that in the bull market, we're going to sell this portfolio. I'm going to keep half the profit and I'm going to give the half to you guys, my supporters. You're going to get half of the profits of this. And with 42% of this being Dogecoin, when Doge goes up, that's going to be a pretty profit. The average buy price now for the Doge in this portfolio is 6.27 cents. Yeah, we brought it all the way down from, it was like 6.9 all the way to 6.2 because of this big purchase that I just made. So that's what we've got. So that's our portfolio right now. And so all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and hit join, and you become a member of the channel. And then you are in the running, not in the running, you're going to get a piece of that profit by being a member of the channel. Those that are a member of the channel the longest will get a larger percentage of that profit. So some folks like Curtis and Jason that have been with me for a while, you're going to get a bigger piece of the pie. But everybody's going to be eligible to get a piece of it if you join the channel. So that's all I ask you to do. And also, if you join, then the more members I get. Hey, Toss, how are you? Welcome. Yes, more Doge, more profits. That's right. And the more members that join, the more great little emojis I can add. So I've got, these fun emojis here, like all these Dogecoin emojis. And then I've got a Bitcoin one for some people who are interested in Bitcoin one. And I just have this monkey one that I really like. It's like, I don't believe what I'm looking at. And there'll be others that I'll be adding. The more people become members, that YouTube says as soon as you hit a certain number, then you can add more emojis. So we'll be doing that as well and having a lot of fun with that. So that's what's going on with that. But what's happening? Why the big dip? Why is this going down? Why did Bitcoin drop below 25,000? Yes, it hit 24 guess that wick came down to about 24,930 or so, and came back up above 25K. But it did drop down. But we had others dropping even more. Algo is well below 9 cents now. Cardano dropped below 24 cents. And when Cardano dropped below that, what did we have? Well, we had Dogecoin leapfrogging Cardano again in coin market cap. So Doge is at 8.5 billion, Cardano at 8.4. So Dogecoin is the number 7 cryptocurrency again. That's awesome. Will be a while before we catch up to XRP, but Doge can do it. We know Doge can do it. Can you imagine Doge going on a 3 or 4x while XRP is just trading flat? Yeah. We'll see. So what's going on? Well, guys, you know, there's a lot of FUD going on, and it isn't all FUD. Some of it is real news. In the United States, ominous indicator suggests the U.S. economy is heading toward a severe recession, according to a Bloomberg analyst. Now, so far, officially, the United States has not been in a recession because we've been propping up the oil prices. Or actually, I'm sorry, the oil reserves, keeping the prices down. And so all of the GDP indicators, which would talk about whether there's an official recession or not, would basically say no, because they've been propping up the reserves and keeping the gas prices low, somewhat low anyway, but just enough so the reports don't look like we're in a recession. Well, that's coming to an end. I think that's coming to an end probably next quarter. And so the following quarter after that, we're going to be officially in a recession. You and I already feel that's where we are. You go to the grocery store and you buy stuff, and for the most part, things are more expensive. It just is. A lot of people are making decisions to not buy expensive items, going to the cheaper stores, right? So you've got like Whole Foods and these other brand higher priced end grocery stores are hurting because more people are going to the Walmarts and the other discount grocery stores instead. So a lot of that is happening, and we're going to see how all of that plays out. Mall stores not doing well. Just people aren't paying the mall prices. And we're just going to see all of that coming out in all of the economic news coming forward. More Robin, more Dogecoin. Yeah, that's right. Well, what that has also means is there's not a lot of extra cash laying around for a lot of people to buy crypto. Not like 2020 when the United States was just printing money and giving it to everybody, and we were all buying crypto, and crypto went on a big bull run. So, yeah, we may not see a bull run quite like that again. Who knows? We'll see. There's going to be a lot of other exciting news that'll get more and more people interested in buying crypto going forward. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, that's one thing. Now, we also had another hack, and you probably heard Vitalik Buterin, who is the head of Ethereum, his X account was hacked. So people think that it was a SIM swap from his phone, that most likely that's the way they got a hold of his X account. And there was a post made, a tweet, which was a phishing scam, and people who clicked on it and attached their wallet because they thought they were going to get something for free. I don't know why people keep thinking that, but they keep doing it. And all those wallets that connected got cleaned out. Most of it was in the form of NFTs, it looks like. So you degens out there that are NFT holders, and you connect that wallet, that's who got wiped out. So Vitalik got his account back, but again, it's like, don't click on stuff. Don't click on stuff. I learned too. I clicked on something and I lost stuff out of my MetaMask wallet and my Trust wallet. It happened. Luckily, I didn't have very much in there because most of my cryptos are on Ledger. If you guys are interested in Ledger hardware wallet, check out the link in my description below. Highly recommended Ledger. And not the X. No, I get the S Plus here, the one that doesn't have Bluetooth. Why you want Bluetooth on a hardware wallet, I don't know, because that's just another door for someone to get in and steal something. So you don't want that. You plug it in, you do your business, and then you unplug it. That's the Ledger. No back door into the S Plus. You're not going to sign up to some service where they keep your keys. No, 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 no. Don't do that. This is perfectly fine. Highly recommended. So there was some other crap I had on my MetaMask that got cleaned out. My million tokens and some other crap like that. That's gone. So that's life. And on Trust Wallet, I had some Doge, and because I was using that to buy things like EMC tickets, but anyway, so that's gone. So that's one thing. And then we've got, this other thing might push Bitcoin price below 25K. Well, we just had that a little earlier as Bitcoin hit 24,920, although it's a little above now, back up to 25,165 for Bitcoin. But people talking about this death cross. So this is the 50-day moving average, which will drop below the 200-day moving average. And when the 50-day moving average drops below the 200-day moving average, that's a death cross. And that's saying, according to the chart, people, that it's going to drop. The price is going to drop. Well, others have looked at the other times when this has happened, and maybe 6 out of 10 times that's happened. 3 of the other times, actually, the price went up, and one of them, it just kind of kept going sideways. I think this is more just a reaction of a trend in the overall market, not because of these two lines crossing each other, but just that, yes, over 200 days, we had some good trading of Bitcoin, which allows that red line to come up. And then more recently, after the drop, we have lower pricing on the short term, so that 50-day moving average comes down. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that the price is going to drop more. It just, this is a reflection of what has happened over the past couple months, is all that is. So, no death cross crap. It's just the history. More importantly, though, and why the price is down and why prices are going down is what's going to happen with FTX. Here we go, FTX again. We thought you were done with FTX, right? FTX crashed everything back in November of 2022 when it declared bankruptcy. Well, FTX still has a lot of crypto in its wallets, and the bankruptcy people are going to sell that crypto. What they can is what they're going to sell. And they're saying that sell-off could begin on September 13th, which is Wednesday, and selling could begin. So, and how much? Well, total, they think there's about $3.4 billion worth of crypto. And it looks something like this. Well, this is what we thought, right? $685 million of Solana, $529 of FTT, but nobody cares about FTT. I mean, if you guys hold FTT, there's nothing you can do about it. It's gone. 268 million of Bitcoin, 90 million of ETH. They have $42 million in Dogecoin. 42 million of Doge. So that's not good for Dogecoin. That Doge is on the list. But over here, they've got $245 million of stable coins, but then they've got this $1.2 billion of mixed stuff held on third-party exchanges. And at the time when this graph was made, they didn't know which coins those were. Well, now they know. FTX reveals that they now have $1.1 billion in Solana. So not only that 685, but additional, 4.3, 4.4, or 400 million of this 1.2 here was Solana. So this plus that equals the 1.1 billion in Solana. And how much in Bitcoin? They said here somewhere, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Bunch of Bitcoin was also on the exchanges and others. And then there's this talk about unlock. So luckily for Solana token holders, tokens held by both FTX and its affiliate, Alameda, are set to vest over the next number of years. So 34 million SOL tokens will be released every month until 2028. So it unlocks over a slow period of time. So this could be a slow death wish, right? For Solana, it could be something that just keeps Solana down for a long period of time. This month after month unlocking this steady stream of tokens that get sold. So that's not good. That isn't good. So we got that going on. But yeah, $42 million of Doge could be sold this week. A lot of people have been talking about September 13th as being a day when we might see a big dip. So all of this downward selling pressure could be in preparation for that. People just want to say, okay, I'm just going to wait to the big dip on the 13th and buy back. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Is it going to be a big dip on the 13th? Usually when one of these big events is kind of forecast, it never works out like people think it will. It just never works that way. So, yeah, we don't know. And as Crypto Solo says, I told you guys earlier this year, buying Doge between 4.5 and 2.5 cent range at the end of this year. We don't know if Doge is going to go down that low. Now, if you're waiting for Doge to drop into the mid fours, you might not ever buy. That's why we're dollar cost averaging into our portfolio. Buying at 5.9, I'm willing to bet 5.9. Now, we still have more sitting on the sidelines, and if Doge goes lower, we'll buy more. But we don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know how the end of this year is going to happen. We don't know how Bitcoin is going to go. Bitcoin still seems to be holding above 25K. People are saying, oh, it's going to go around 20K, 19K, 15K. We don't know that. So if Doge is now at 6 cents and Doge followed Bitcoin and you wanted to see Doge at 3 cents, that means Bitcoin would have to drop from here to 12,500. Now, who thinks Bitcoin is going to drop to 12,500? This is way down. I mean, it was last November, it was 15.5. It wasn't even that low. That would be such a big dump. Now, yeah, we had big dumps before, but that was the beginning of the bear market back in 2022. From here, we've had a lot of buying and buying up. People aren't selling. They're waiting for these big things to happen. These ETFs and other continuing acceptance of Bitcoin more and more that's going to happen going forward, which will just help propel the entire crypto market. So you have that on the backs of Bitcoin, but then you have other things like Doge news, which could send Doge to itself. Could be a Doge One project, could be Tesla, could be Elon in the X app. We don't know when those things are going to happen. Those that think they're going to be cute and sell now and try and buy in lower, I don't know. I'm not willing to bet that. I'm not betting that at all. So good luck. Good luck with that. So FTX's upcoming this date when they can start selling some of this crypto. What's it going to do to Doge, Solana, Aptos? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with that. But yet this guy, even in jail, is still influencing the damn crypto markets with this guy. Unbelievable. So we'll see what happens there. So thus, Dogecoin price prediction, a bearish outlook. That's the theme of today. We do have this bearish outlook. Does that mean that's what's going to happen? We don't know. Be prepared. I'll be prepared. Got some more cash on the sidelines. But I did buy today too. 5.95. That was our big Doge purchase today. So we'll see. We will see. Mars thinks it could be a flash crash just to get traders liquidated. We generally see that. That's what August 17th was. Let me go back here on the 2-hour chart. That was August 17th, was that big flash crash. Came way down and just liquidated the longs. Anyone who was trading on any kind of margin got totally liquidated there. I don't know why anybody would be trading longs right now with margin. I wouldn't do it. But then I never trade that way. I do a little swing trading here and there with portions of my stash sometimes, particularly if you see, a big rise based on a bit of news, and then knowing that full well that that's probably going to retrace back down. I've done that a number of times, but not too often, because I don't want to be stuck, particularly with Dogecoin. When Dogecoin completely takes off and you've got a bunch of it sitting on the sidelines because you sold it and you're waiting to buy back in at a lower price, and that lower price never comes, I'm not willing to bet that. So, but that's just me. I have a little lower risk tolerance, but yet I've got a crap ton of Dogecoin. So most financial analysts would say, why do you have so much Dogecoin again? Shouldn't you be buying like IBM stock or something? Like, nope. Nope. It's Doge. It's Doge. So what's the good news? Breaking news. Here's the breaking news. PayPal has just launched a feature to enable users to pay with cryptocurrencies. That's right. And this is breaking news. PayPal enable users to pay with cryptocurrencies. So you could buy crypto on PayPal and get this horrible exchange. Absolutely horrible. They just give you a price, and you don't know whether you're actually buying the crypto or not because you don't have personal wallets. They did, over the summer, set up a wallet-like system similar to Robinhood's in-app wallet type system, not the independent Robinhood wallet app, but the one that's in their app. Not a real wallet because you don't have the keys, but PayPal did set that up to allow you, if you did have cryptocurrency on PayPal, that you could transfer it out. Or if you wanted to take some from somewhere else and transfer it into PayPal, you could do that as well. But again, not your keys, not your crypto on PayPal. But yet they're setting this thing up where you can pay with crypto. So that could be huge. There's a lot of people who use PayPal. There's a lot of people. So I think this kind of introduces potentially a lot of new people to cryptocurrencies. So we'll see. So we'll see about that. But that's the breaking news of what's going on. Of course, we always have Elon. Elon still has the XD, has the Doge symbol here on his indicator, on his X profile. So that's good. And we've got more and more coming out. This is Walter Isaacson. He was just on the Lex Friedman podcast. And we know that there is at least that one reference to Dogecoin, which was when Elon was in the middle of buying Twitter and thinking about having Dogecoin as payments within the Twitter ecosystem. We don't know if there's anything else. We'll see. We will see. But that's the big news, the big long-term news that we're waiting for with Dogecoin is, does it indeed become a payment system on the X app? Is Elon really going to do that? I think it's going to be more like he's going to start paying all the content creators in Doge instead of whatever fiat is getting transferred now, which would be cool. And that would introduce a lot of people to Dogecoin specifically, and get a lot of Dogecoin being used. And of course, XApp would have to buy a crap ton of Dogecoin too for them to do these payouts with. So that could all be great for Dogecoin. Overall, for Bitcoin, again, we're just waiting to see what happens with the BlackRocks and ARK Invests and these others with their ETFs, because they have to have all this Bitcoin to back up whatever's on their spot ETF. So that would be a lot of Bitcoin. And if you've got someone like a BlackRock who's got like trillions of dollars under management, and you're now allowing all of your investors who before have not been exposed to Bitcoin because they only trade through you and they don't want to go and find a crypto exchange and go through that because they're just having a BlackRock, financial manager, manage their, billions of dollars. Now, very easily, they can get exposed to Bitcoin. That's pretty big. And not only that, but Cathie Wood, ARK Invest, is now applying for an Ethereum ETF. What could be next? A Dogecoin ETF? How about a Doge ETF? Yes, that's right. I wish I could start it. Yes, Doge ETF. That would be awesome. Doge ETF. I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be cool if it did. If Dogecoin really became payments, and there was a lot of hype behind it. You never know with these guys. Institutions like Fidelity, Vanguard, BlackRock, they're in the business of making money. So if there's a way to make money with Dogecoin, they're going to find a way to do it. And if they have enough of their users, their investors, who are asking for Dogecoin, why not a Doge ETF? A Doge ETF. That would be awesome. For those that are new coming in the stream, here's the Dogecoin chart. And Doge now at 6.02 cents. I bought a bunch of Dogecoin here at 5.95 for the Kriss Pax portfolio, which is here. So this portfolio now has 41.9% Dogecoin in it because I took the $2,000 that I had in USD and I just bought all Doge. Added 33,000 Dogecoin to the account, which now has almost 50,000 Doge in it. So we're at 41.9% Doge. Brought the average Doge price down to 6.27 cents. So if Doge gets back up to 6.27, then everything after that is all profit for this portfolio. And not only for this portfolio, but since it's 41% of the overall portfolio, we could see the whole portfolio in profit not too long from now. So if you guys are interested in being a part of the profits from this portfolio, you just got to join my YouTube channel. Become a member. You can use all these cool emojis in the chat and be in line to get some of the profit out of this when we sell it eventually in the next bull market. So Jason votes for the Doge ETF. And Mars does as well. Do you anticipate 2 separate runs for Doge from the 2 big events? Yeah. Am I taking profits on each? Not planning on it. I'm not planning on it because I don't know if there's going to be retracements, and I don't know, to buy back in because I'm not going to be taking profits. Let's say Doge 1 happens in November and Dogecoin goes up to, let's say, 10 or 12 cents, which was my guess, right? I'm not taking profits there. That's not good enough for me because I'm waiting for this guy in the X app and what's going to happen with X. So I'm not going to be taking profits until something happens with this, because this has the potential for making Doge go even higher. Then we'll be talking about skimming some profits when that happens. We don't know when that's going to be, but so yes, if there was a run on Doge to 10 or 12 cents, which would be double what it is now, which would be awesome. A lot of investors would love to double their money. That's not good enough for me. Not good enough for me. I want more because we know with the Dogecoin chart, I mean, we zoom back. Remember when Elon bought Twitter, Dogecoin was trading at what? 5.8 cents. Imagine that. And what happened when Elon bought Twitter? Dogecoin peaked all the way up at 15 cents up here. Of course, that was just a news, not actual utility and use for Doge. So then, yeah, Doge sold back down. If X app is using Doge as a payment system on the platform, you'll have this rise and you won't have the retrace. It may step a little. You have some trading, right? Trading happens, but then it'll just keep going. We don't know how high. But 10, 12 cents isn't good enough for me. 35 cents is my target right here that I have on this chart. That's in yellow, 35 cents. So that's what I'm looking at. And then I wouldn't sell all my Dogecoin there either. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Not quite ready for those kinds of discussions yet, because we're right here just fighting 6 cents again. So you do a little cost averaging at 10. Toss says, yeah, I agree, hold off. What will Dogecoin price be if an ETF was proposed? A Doge ETF? Ha! If it's proposed, there would probably be a little run, but then it would dip because it's not a real thing yet. But if it actually got approved, like someone like a Grayscale or a BlackRock approving, getting a Dogecoin ETF approved, yeah, who knows? It'll be big. It would be big. Mart says, I'm going to sell, or I'm going to spend my Doge, not sell it. Yep. I'll always have Dogecoin to spend. Maybe we'll get a little pump during Gary Gensler's testimony tomorrow. I don't think so. I think it'll be the usual stuff. He won't answer half the questions. He's going to get grilled. And it's just going to be a crap show. More people will be calling for him to resign, for him to get replaced, but nothing happens out of those. So I'm just expecting that. There'll probably be some good quotes posted on the X app. I'll be looking forward to those. But we'll see. Christopher says, I think Doge will probably go down another 0.5 cent this week. Then we're going to have Elon's book, going to bring hype, bring it back to 625. Could be. Could be. We'll be watching the dips. We will be watching the dips. 35 cents would be nice. Kathy Wood, ARK Invest, I don't think she'd be doing that with Doge. I think she had enough with some stocks that she thought would pay off and that she lost a lot on. So I don't think she would be doing that. But $5 for Doge if BlackRock offered a Doge ETF, wouldn't that be awesome? A BlackRock with Doge ETF. Hey, we started it here, right? We started it here. Doge ETF. I'm gonna post that on X. Doge ETF. Can make a little symbol for it or something. Everyone about to get trolled when Dogecoin becomes a stable coin. I don't know about a stable coin, but once Doge goes up to a certain level, say $1, and is being used as currency, who knows? Who knows? What are you worried about taxes for, Christopher? Taxes. If you make a 5X and you got to pay like 20% of it in taxes, I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day. That's okay. That's a good thing when you have to pay taxes because that means you made more. That's the way I look at it because they're inevitable. I know in some countries, after you hold something over a year, you don't have to pay taxes. And even there are some countries where you sell crypto, you don't have to pay any taxes at all. Those are good countries. But I'm in the United States and I'm just going to pay taxes on it. I just know it. So I'll do what I can in the years where I'm going to sell and make profits on that to offset that with other things. If I've got a stock that's in a loss, I'll sell the stock for a loss to offset that gain in something else. I'll do some of that as much as I can. But overall, Gene hadn't heard my Dogecoin prediction yet. I pretty much say it on the stream every week. But it's the prediction that I made back in January. And I have a video on my channel that I made on January 1, January 2, I forget what it was. And I said Doge would be 12 cents at the end of 2023. And I got a lot of crap from people saying that's too low. I don't know. Now that Doge is at 6 cents, 12 cents looks pretty good for end of the year. So I stick with that all the way in September now, and I'm sticking with that. Again, this is thinking that we're going to have a Doge 1 project here in November. So, but I'm not holding my breath on that yet because we don't know. We don't know. Would you use Dogecoin over USD? I do when I can. I buy AMC movie tickets. Every time I'm going to the movies, I pay in Dogecoin. And I've shown guys my Tesla Cyber Whistle here that I bought with Doge. So again, Dogecoin is available as a payment option, and it's something that, you know, makes it where it's not too much of a hassle. I'll use Dogecoin. Right now, though, there's not too much of that out there. And I'm not going to go way out of my way to buy something except for a cool thing like a Tesla Cyber Whistle. Just to buy something because I could get it in Dogecoin. I'm not going to do that. Remember when Mark Cuban was accepting Dogecoin for Mavericks, Dallas Mavericks, the basketball team that he owns, the merch, and people were buying these Dallas Mavericks jerseys, and they don't even like basketball or Dallas Mavericks, just so they could spend Dogecoin on something. I'm just like, Okay, well, I'm here in Boston, and I'm a Boston Celtics basketball fan, so I'm not going to buy a Dallas Mavericks jersey, that's for sure. I do already use an accountant for my taxes because I've got a couple side businesses still that bring money in, and I've been having an accountant do my taxes for almost 10 years now, and I just package my stuff up and send it to him, and he does my taxes. It's so nice. It's so worth it. So yeah, and he knows what I'm doing with the YouTube channel. He knows what I'm doing with crypto, and I told him I'm up years and down years. It's going to happen. So we strategize at the beginning of each year, and I pay quarterly, pre-taxes. And then at the end of the year, we see where we are. So you paid your friends in Doge for the golf round. If they hold on to it, I hope they hold on to it. And then, yeah, then they'll know the power of Dogecoin, right? They will know the power of Doge. All right, gang. So that's what's going on right now. Again, we got this bearish news, ominous indicator on the U.S. economy. We still have scamming going on, so be careful of that. We've got the death cross, which is just lines on a piece of paper, in my opinion. And we've got this FTX thing on September 13th that's going to start. It's just starting. It's not all going to get dumped on one day. But there's enough FUD going on about this that we could see dips in the market again on Wednesday. We've got CPI data coming out, which I don't think is going to be too bad for the United States. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. But the stock market, we'll see. I mean, Tesla had a huge run today, and it'll probably retrace some tomorrow. We'll see how all of that plays out. But other than that, right now, I think the outlook is good. Bearish somewhat, but longer term is good. So we've got the long view here on this channel. We're going to have this short choppiness, and there could be more dips coming up, but we'll see how that all plays out. Thank you all again. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, always hit the like button too. Appreciate the support. Probably do a video tomorrow on Tuesday, and then Wednesday will be live again, 5 o'clock East Coast time. And so hope you all are well, and we'll see you then.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.